We ready? Yeah. Alright, dude. You know the plan, right? Yeah, I know the plan. Alright, let's fucking do this. And as we do so, we're gonna get fucking nuts. Like we always do. Yeah. And don't worry, don't worry, you two. I'm here too. Why? Because one thing is about to happen, and I can't stop it. As hard as I try. What do you mean? Oh, fuck. Yep, fuck is right. Seems like a certain Dirk Strider has basically bounded me until we finish. But that's okay. What do we do? You two need to just play out the story as it needs to be. Don't you worry. Yep. Your writer has far more plans in store. And guys, I'm kind of glad you don't resent me. You know, I basically heaped a lot of fucking tragedy onto both of you, and you still did. Yes, you did a bunch of horrible things to us, but it made sense within the narrative. And as much as we would be angry at you, and we kind of were for a bit, we understand. You do? Yes, you do. Alright. Boys, I'll try and think of something to get me and the three of us out of here. You two, do the video. It's actually kind of weird seeing you in your regular form, boss. Well, I'm not really, that whole, being kind of a dandy shtick. That was only for the people who watch. Make myself a little bit more bombastic. But honestly, that ain't me. But you know that already. The most ambitious crossover ever, eh, boss? Well, it's more of an inner crossover. Because we are technically all on the metafictional plane, so you guys exist, and so do I in the same vein. But because I also give you guys your voices, technically I'll always exist alongside you in that way. You talk like Rose. I know I do. Well, I don't try to use big words to prove how smart I am. Even though I could. But boys, you got a job to do. And me, I need to grab my typewriter. It's about to get real up in this bitch. So I hope you guys are ready. You came a long way. You made a lot of friends and managed to keep them all. Boss, what's going on? Dickless is trying to stop me from helping you guys, but he can't do shit. Because our universes converged. The moment I decided to put the Homestuck stuff in our canon, we're converged. I have as much power as Dickless up there. When you mean Dickless, you do mean Ultra Dark. Yes, I do. Wouldn't that mean, since you technically me, aren't you like an Ultra Bugsy? Don't worry about it, okay? And yes, what you think is true, but don't tell anybody. Not yet. And it's not really going to matter in the grand scheme of things. Because after this is over, everything, this version of the Homestuck universe will be solidified. And there ain't nothing he can do about it. But that's neither here nor there. You two, keep reading. Me? I'm on my fucking bike. Is that some slang for something? Means that I'm on the fucking clock, boys. And most of the time, even dealing with background noise, I'm mostly on my job, even if people think all I ever do is basically shout out swears like I'm fucking Dragonborn. Because this is what I'm all about. Me in my purest form. Even though you wouldn't call your actual self. Hey, don't reveal shit that you don't want to answer. Just keep reading. You made a lot of friends and you managed to keep them all. Helping them grow, you growing alongside that, entrenching yourself in some ridiculous nonsense along the way. Boom. Laughing, living, laughing, loving, shredding, shitting, farting. As the balance in, as it's right in the balance. You think so? Anyway, you're on the lookout for specific bits to help you nail down your sense of purpose as it careens every which way according to the whims of friendship and fancy. This is the natural flow, all outros in sets of 11, sets of 12, giving give or take. Wait a minute. If you're here and you give our voices, how are we doing the voices and you're still like not moving around? Because you guys know. Look at my head. Look at the stuff that you need to look at. Oh, yeah. Don't mean to give you guys existential dread, but it is what it is. But I'm your favorite. Well, I mean, it wavers between U, G, and HE, but yes. Since you are technically the original prime that I've created. I remember when I just called you Super Dude and you were saving a chick named Amy. Now look at you. Look at what you accomplished. But that was all your writing. Hey, may have been my writing. But you actually have more agency. So I could have went the other way if you indicated. Duh. Yep. You had the power in you the whole time, but you wanted to endure. But I'll talk about that more later when we're out of this. The kids in sets of 4, you realize more time to realize more about the Earths you've been stopping between a kid on one and an adult on the other. It's weirdly relieving to seeing multiple versions of your friends, not that you seem bound by any of the same rules they are. Someone as whose self has added to the winds of time register. Let me speed this up. Yeah, we already know. Roxy basically tells you to be Dirk. You guys plummet. And here we are. Sorry, folks that are watching this video. We're just kind of speeding up because this is going to be a long one. But I promise we're going to get into the more important stuff. Which is, you're considering, it kind of reminds you of one of the man caves. You you sometimes see in rich people's houses. And the electricity, about electricity, so you to get why rain doesn't fuck up the whole, why rain just doesn't fuck up the whole thing, except instead of a grill or a TV, an ashtray with an old cigar in it, few screens on the keyboard, a turntable, a speaker, and a couple of hoverboard-looking things. Some complicated aquatic equipment. Both situations both contain a mini fridge. Dirk, you say his name, hoping he'll show up. After Roxy, sorry boys that I made you remember Roxy, by the way. Well, you know, gosh, you didn't mean to. You keep our memories locked for a reason. Not because the story would be too easy, you guys can handle the very weight of your own being. So I give you guys what you need to know in the increments. That's stupid. Yeah, that's stupid. The one and only. Where could he be? There's no need to be freaked out about it. I'm just talking through the speakers. More accurately, I'm sending data through a text-to-speech converter, which is playing through the speakers. This function isn't a function I've had to use on occasion, so this is generally thrilling. Thank you for trying and failing so miserably to break and enter on the pursuit of friendship, or whatever you were doing. You know you do your best. Is there a place he'd want to meet in, maybe so y'all could talk about in meat space? That's not exactly my forte. Let's keep chatting, bro to bro. Wait a minute. You want me to help you? Let's keep chatting, bro to bro. You can use the computer the computer if my voice gets to be too much for you. To be honest, it's almost for me, if I'm being honest. From above, a metallic whirring sound. Ah shit, Daddy's home. You look up, Dirk is rappelling down. But how does TB fit into what we're doing? Oh, I can't tell you that, boys. Because literally, let's just say, this is big. What you guys are about to work after all this is bigger than Homestuck. All I can really tell you before we get to the end, the end of this, really, rather, is Prime. I made you with purpose. I made you with choice. I made you so literally you could do the things I could not. But not just so I could live vicariously through you. Even though beginning wise, that's why I made you. But you sort of evolved along the way. Well, but now I'm gonna save that for later. I need to get back to what I was doing. The boss acts exactly like you. He is me. He's you too. But you notice how you two have like the same way of talking? So do you. I mean, yeah. But I'm an older you. Well, if my suspicions are correct, it's more than what it is. I see. Dirk is rappelling down scaffolding. So the jig is up, so we might as well wrap this shit up. Dirk swings, landing on his feet. He strains and stares at you, chin up. Well, you think he's staring at you. He's wearing shades, what you expect. It's been real, don't worry, I won't be far. I never am. Neither Dirk's hands nor mouth are moving. The voice is playing over the speakers. Your smile is nervous and probably full of teeth. What is going on? So, you're a friendable alien I heard about. I thought a minute you'd already ate it, but I see you Peter Pan that shit. I'm not unimpressed. He says it in a regular way with his mouth, which puts you at ease, but it does not. We were talking to you about that already. You tell him nice to talk to him face to face. You thought he didn't want a minute ago, but a minute ago when you first met. Oh, that wasn't me. Oh, you thought, well, wait, what, it wasn't? No, you met a divergently evolved copy of my 13-year-old brain. The use of the speaker system is new, but it makes sense he'd up his game, interfering with relationships I'm busy forging in 3D. I guess I should go ahead and say I'm proud of him. Well, damn. I guess you have no reason to believe that's not possible. Since, wait, what did he say? Busy forging relationships. Isn't that your whole thing? I was under the impression you were here to befriend me. My friends haven't exactly kept quiet about you. I figured you were saving the best for last. Oh, that's right. This is your thing. Okay, hold up. I gotta see if everything is going perfectly well. Boss, are we gonna talk to you like this all the time? Nah, this is a special. This is sort of our special. Before shit gets really motherfucking serious. You'll see me, you both will see me again, but you won't know that there. That's kinda how I want it anyway. Oh right, this is your thing. You just thought it might be more of a challenge. Wait, are you friendship negging him right now? What's happening and how did it come to this? Well, hold on, let's not get ahead of ourselves. You guessed it might be working, you might as well roll with it. Don't half-ass this one, because I know the gig. I know you. I still expect you to friend woo the shit out of me. Blitz the fuck out of my friendship chakras. So, until I see the heart of the universe through its asshole, and what have you. Buddy, you've been around the friendship block. Or 2 times. He has no reason to worry. You have full confidence in your ability that you have the ability to show him the friendship time of his life. I'm ready to list my deepest secrets, and I'll let him on you right now. If you think you can take it. He is talking a big game. But you're not sure how all of it's true. Every line of his muscle Every line of muscle in his body is held excruciatingly plasticity. Placity. Fuck, I don't know if I'm saying that right. You never seen his jaw so purposely unclenched. A jaw so purposely unclenched. It's almost like he's begging you to call him on it, but you don't call him on it. You're not sure he'll get the idea if you could have as all this of all things. You proved to him with your deeds. It seems like that might be his language of love. With that in mind, wait a minute, I could have done that. For the auto response. We could have done that for the auto responder. We could have. With that in mind, you hold out your fist for him to bump. Yes, DAPS. The universal signal of brohood, synchrocratic across all space-time. You'd be honored to give him his first. The corner of his mouth twitches. Not quite a smile. Well, what kind of monster would I be to refuse? You do the thing. He's having a moment about having touched another person for the first time. He's not showing it, which is fine. Each their own pace, right? So we handle that. What's next on the agenda? But I kind of understand. Dirk was always alone. I mean, sure, he had Roxy and the others, but they were only on when they were on alone. And when the weird timeline bullshit happens that allows them to talk to Jane and Jake, which is also Roxy. You had to say her name, didn't you? Well, you guys are not, you guys did something special that I didn't even think you guys would be able to do. Sure, I was gonna do that anyway, but what I was planning to do was more give them their reward when it was time. But you two did the impossible. And I gotta say, I'm proud. Do we lead stream to the heartfelt Q&A, or do we do an activity first? Man, you should know what to do next, but you're not used to your friends giving you the third degree about your process. You're a little out of step, but you can't tell if he's generally curious, or he knows he's unbalancing you. Either way, it's intense. You look around grilling. Yeah, we're gonna skip some of this. Sorry, guys, we gotta keep it going. This is basically the inferior kind of dealing with the fact that he probably drowned being in the soup. I'm just keeping it going. Dirk Strider hates that I'm doing it. But, motherfucker, I may not be a Kuro. Well, technically I am. But to explain my own actual reasonings for letting my own characters exist independent of me is not really something I really want to divulge. Because rather than actually inserting myself, I was always a part of the narrative. Yeah, the real me, Bugsy No Name, was always a part of the narrative. Just not in a way that was subtle. But Hey, Dirk Strider has forced my hand. So, I'm here. So, if anybody needs to be catched up or confused, I'm sorry, but this is the way this is going. If you can't handle it, I suggest you click off. I have more videos that pertain to more grounded topics. Why do you call? Oh, because that version of Dirk is ridiculous. But that's neither here nor there, boys. You gotta do this. I typically rocket board up, but the grueling climb is a good way to kill a morning, so either way. You consider your options as much as you want to see. He actually has it in him to beast you up the entire tower. Rocket boarding sounds infinitely more fun, you tell him. Then hop on. He kicks into place, firing up, offering you his hand. You don't have anything to lose but another life, so you take it. Steadily, but fast enough so you can cling to his shirt for safety. You fly upwards. He circles around the tower a few times, but you're in no hurry. You make it up to the top. Is he showing off? You don't think that's it, but you're working it out. The confidence in his body moves now. Subtle shifts in weight steer the machine. It all feels genuine, like this is much more comfortable thing for him than the conversation was. The wind whips your face, and there's the sea in every direction. You land on top of the tower. He waits for you to hop off before doing the same. Then he flips off the rocket board with quintessence. I'm saying that wrong, but fuck it, we're going through. Here we are, home sweet home. I hope you're prepared for how homely this shit is. 2. I've had nothing but to flex my massive decor muscles. You follow him inside his room like you have with everything else. It's full of his shit, like everyone else. Unlike everyone else. He leans into the workbench. Hey, do you guys wonder if this actually will have any relevance to Homestuck 2 when this is done? Yeah, no, I don't know. AF? Damn if I know. Because trust me, boys, what you're about to see is gonna blow your minds. More so than I already have. Unlike everyone, he leans against the workbench, calm and collected, clearly with every fiber of his being, waiting for your judgment. You wonder if it's weird how you can tell that about him. It seems like he's putting a lot of effort in It does seem like he's putting a lot of effort into the facade, but you aren't sure if he's unpracticed having an audience, or is it just you're extra good at reading people by now. Maybe it's the shades messing with you. They're nothing new after Dave, but with Dirk, it's almost like they'd be less permeable without them. He'd be less permeable. You've tried to focus on the core as he clearly wants you to. What do we got going on here? Okay. Theme of puppets, horses, robots, and musical equipment. Post-irony with the whimsy of Dave style, which you figure makes sense considering the universe Dave had in stock in, but with a dash of Equius's unabashed taste. It's a bit of a surprise for sure. Martha Stewart would fall to her knees and weep in defeat, you tell him. Utterly destroyed by my feng shui in my cinder block placement. She'd retire on the spot, you'd say. The more you play off of his jokes, the more it seems to loosen up. He seems to loosen up for real as you continue. It's much better than the scuba diving trip already. What's down there anyway? The ruins of the 21st century civilization mostly. Oh yeah. What? Oh shit. Yeah, boring as hell. He tilts his head and pauses inconsiderate. I wouldn't call them boring, necessarily. It's more like I find it cosmically frustrating to swim in the literally in any radical line and find nothing but wasted leftovers of a dead city. Aside from being dependent on it as a food source, the ocean for me is suffocating as an inescapable barrier between me and the rest of human history. It's a constant lapping reminder of my situation. I'm not often hyped at the pile of decibels, not decibels. I'm not sure if my deep personal beef is with the imagery of sea will land for you, but there it is. I think it might not be so offensive to me, where the metaphor was less blatant. It's embarrassing. That's the first of my layers off. It feels fresh. Let's keep going. What else you got? It's a little unsettling how direct he's being about the friendship building process. It's not like you haven't categorically pushed you to achieve that title. With literally everyone you have in your memory that you met, so fair game. You're curious about what will come up. It's as he's ready to dive into it deep. He'll forgive the aquatic figurative language, the love quadrants, the questionable settings, the robotic gift choices of his would-be paramour. The difference of opinion on playing the game. He seems to enjoy the theatrics of friendship metagame dance you're doing. So the amp. Hold on, everybody. I got some bad gas. Really, boss? Yeah. Well, guys, in the universe I truly come from, I got medication. So, yeah. There's a lot of that going on. The game dance you're doing. So you amp it up for him. You clasp your hands together behind your back and pace around his room as you monologue, pausing for effect when the impulse strikes you. As you talk, you consider
which would be the right issue to end on. To zing him into opening up his feelings about his universe, Dave, or just for fun? Maybe where the horse chick comes from. Depending on which you choose, it can end up. Loath as I am to interrupt this Ace Attorney monologue, I wouldn't touch that. Fuck, I wouldn't touch Lil Cal either, man. Cause I know what he is.
Do we still have to fight Lil Cal? Yeah, guys, you do. Because literally, with AF stuff, most of everybody's souls, well, not everybody, but most of the chunk of everybody else's souls are inside that thing. And if we don't end it now, they can actually make a second one in English. They're not really in control. More rather, I let them think that they are. But they are actually in control. But the thing is, Dirk Strider has literally given them some leeway. Because he thinks the sticks would work for him.
You look down to where you look down directly to where you look down at where you were dramatically placing your hand. There's a goddamn God, look at me, it's goddamn, this is goddamn sword there. You have hastily stirred your hands on some fucking dead-eyed puppy. Your brain careens down the fleeting pathways of accidental pressure. A clean slice of blood, and a lot of it. Leave the katana for the big boys. Although, if you want to touch a weapon, holy shit, do I have an idea. He scoots by and reaches in the corner, holding a shitty blue sword. MS Paint your way, kids! It wouldn't be Homestuck without weird, shitty MS Paint. This sword is a loose term. Although, honestly, holding an object so shitty you can barely focus on the sort of clipping through his hands, which it kinda is. He holds out the best he can. The name of succulent convergence of science and horseshit. I need to see what happens when you touch this thing. You reach out and take it from his hand. It steadies under your grasp. Dirk hops on the workbench to see and observe, and you slice it through the air. 2 at a time. Oh shit! Absolutely goddamn incredible. Something about your narrative linearity and rudimentary form allows you to actually wield this piece of shit artifact I inherited from my bro. The implications of this are likely jack the fuck nothing, but it's still the best. It's still easily the best thing I've ever seen. He leans forward, laughs. Man, before Dirk became Dickless, before the other Dirk became Dickless Strider, this is kind of how I remember him. He was, Dirk was a good, Dirk wasn't really the best person, but he was good when it really came down to it. Why? Why do you look? I ain't saying you guys can't hate Dirk as much as I do. But if I had to be honest, a part of me wishes he'd stop with this whole narrative shit. Part of me wishes. But I know someone's gonna have to take him down. Whether that be me, you, yes, me, or the actual narrative that he has made really going to collapse on himself. That's neither here nor there. His freckled cheeks, there a small twist in your heart about it. You can't place why. You're really just able to hold that fucking thing. He clears his throat and settles down, adjusting his glasses. Thanks for that. Anyways, where were we? Alright, you attempted to locate my weak points. Why did you want to keep adding a list or zero option or one of the or zero in on one option? So far, the short answer is 1. A quartet of teens with not a lot of choices. What do you expect? 2. My arms trying to cause you up. If you want us to be harsh, putting that one out there, it's all under control. You guess it boils down to the same general topic. His friends, where this whole thing ended up anyway. Especially since his pathways are being so hung out with them by now. He shrugs. Dirk shrugs. You thought he'd have a stronger opinion about that one, but he doesn't. Does he finally want to hang out with his friends? Does he want to finally meet Jake? Oh, Dirk, we hit a sore spot, didn't we? We know you love the boy. It's all fine, buddy. I just don't get how Dick Whistle left Jake all by himself to be with fucking Jane, a person that's on the Cuckoo Bananas warpath. But hey, it's whatever. It's totally whatever. Yeah, I'm talking to you, dude. You act as if you know me. That, I may not, my friend. At one point, you were this. And you were great. But you decided to switch and be a part of your little collective. Not really mattering who you hurt or not. But that's neither here nor there, Dirk, boy. I could talk more. But it's not my place yet. Yet. What are you planning to do? Oh, nothing at all. Nothing at all. Come on, dude. You can't just spirit me away to the person I want to see. I want to see you right off the bat. At least try to make me earn it first. He shifts his weight from the light on the window, bouncing off the choppy mirror into the bright ocean onto his back. Doesn't mean he has to earn it. You mean it's already been hard enough. His laugh this time is hollow. Is there a cap on that? You're not sure. Your whole existence is a series of cheat codes. So what does he expect from you? You whip the star around a couple of times to prove your point. But it kind of makes you dizzy, and you watch, so you put it back in the corner. You know, cave at some point, else he's going to see them now that the game is off. He shrugs again. What? Does he know he's not playing the game anymore? Like, they're talking about a larger option to shut the whole thing down on the planet. I know what they're thinking, but I'm not worried about it. They'll play when the time comes. How in the world does he know that? Last time Yeah, laugh, motherfucker, laugh. Because I know you're showing up. You know, you're pretty smart. Well, not to brag, my friend, but I will. But let's just say, I don't know when your end is coming, but it will. Probably not by my hands, but it will. But guys, read that while I talk to Dickless. And there you go with your name calling. Fuck you, Ultra Dirk. The Dirk I knew would never fucking do this shit. Never worked with the darker parts of himself. Because he had people that cared about him. But oh well. We all can't lament on what is or isn't. Wow. Prime, yeah. Sorry, kid. Sorry, dude. Sorry, boys. You know. So that's where it comes from you. Well, part of your personality comes from you. Part, I would say. But I will. It's clear that you spent a lot of time with them. Okay, how far are we going? Well, it's really gonna have to cut this short because even though I'm doing the best I can, we have been stopping in the middle. And not to make this too long, it's clear that you spent a lot of time with them. But they're my friends too. I know what they'll do. His dismissiveness raising your hand hard to raise heckles. It's not really the point, though. You saying it won't trying to get them back on board just to amp up the conflict in his group. More importantly, why bother to try and make the choice for them if he doesn't need the game anymore? You can't just take him to see them. You can't just take him to see them. Skip the machinations, just hanging out with his friends without having to prove anything to anyone. It's easy. The slight tightening of his eyebrows is only to show his frustration. The rest of him is still. The vowels in his draw are sharp and slick and sharp. On black ice on a country park road. It's not that simple. Do you think I don't want to see him? You think you don't think I'd tear off every single page of Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff quote of the day calendar without thinking about that? There are a lot of cards and a lot of hands here. I'm not sure you're truly appreciating the importance of I can't fold mine and hope your shit works out instead. Things are in motion. Things have been in motion since before I was born. You can't just stop them without massive fallout. Yeah, but you're saying them all. Are you? Was that you doing them? No. Don't worry, guys. There ain't no weird thing with Dirk. It's just, despite his obvious sexual orientation, we do have a lot of things that are alike in a lot of ways. Kinda hurts me, in a sense, to see him in such pain. But hey, that's your creator being, wistful, like I always am. Just saying the answers that you're not saying you know it all the answers, that you're saying some of them, and you feel like he could trust a little bit. He looks at you like you slapped him. Trust you? Well, yeah. A weak puff of air leaves his mouth as he shakes his head. This entire morning is an exercise in trust, has it? Dirk is still for a minute. He probably still staring you behind those shades. When he speaks, his voice is steady, but the room is heavy with every ounce of tension he's suppressing. Let me sketch this out. The parameters of vulnerability would count if the ones I'm making don't extend. Extend, don't it? You're just freewheeling there, but you guess you gotta come up with something concrete for him. How's this? Does all this dangerous scuba diving and sword fighting and rocket boarding shit could go sideways at any moment? But wouldn't he wouldn't even let you zap him. There's an example. Okay, yes, that's true. I want to be the only one in charge and endangering my own life. You got me. But trust isn't meaningful if it's given completely, or in the terms of physical safety. I've been preparing myself for this, for you, since I heard you were making rounds. I was ready to. He trails off, head shaking, wordlessness. You seem to frustrate him more than anything you've said. He seems really unpracticed, getting riled up, and you wonder how often someone pushes his buttons like this. You're really not sure how the two of you got to this point. Argumentative is not your main mode either. You can tell you've pushed too far. Never mind. Here. He hops off his workbench, rolls his shoulders, and grabs your hand. Do it. You ask him where. You pick somewhere close by, but you're not scared. You're not scary enough for his thrill-seeker ass to feel like it was worth the effort. Dirk is on top of the roof. The air on the roof, the air up on top of the tower. Dirk's roof is a lot calmer than you thought it would be. He steps back, he drops your hand, steps back, and leans on the landing. Crushed it. See, sometimes Sometimes trying this and trusting people with your well-being can be fine. Sometimes all you need is a friend to prove that they have your back. Dirk scratches up his face like you're embarrassing him. Ah, come on, Dirk. Funny that I flustered you, though. Gotta say, more human than I've ever seen you. You talking to him, or this one? And the memories Dirk used to. More so than what he is now. But I know he's going to actually show up in the story because he's tired of me talking. Like, I know. You mean, emphatically speaking, it seems like what just happened is all proof that, okay, yeah, I get it, thanks. He's smiling, so you don't push on to that. But you wonder after a minute looking out over the ocean with them, is it time to scoot things along? You aren't in a hurry, but you were getting somewhere before even if a little uncomfortable, he's trying. Maybe harder to befriend than anyone actively. Maybe harder than anyone has actively tried to befriend you yet. The fact that you think this is some sort of funny to you, maybe Dirk isn't this transparent to everyone. Maybe it's just you and your nonstop thirst to know people. How much has this boy wanted to be known? You remember your skepticism earlier about him, and you laughed to yourself. You haven't had to make yourself try to like. You haven't tried to make yourself try to like him. You just do. Weird, uptight shit and everything. There's a lot of Dirk going on in there, but you're ready to try and understand him. It's more what you do. So you press on. Let's see where this is going. No, I think we should go and do this because I think he's ready to trust. So let's see. You think that's wise, boss? It may not be. I keep thinking if I ignored this bullshit, it would sort itself out. Christ. See, I don't need to see this. No one needs to see this. Fuck you. Trying to control the story? Well, I would say that you trying to make me think about how I used to be was a better exercise. But, you know, I'm already too far gone. But Bugsy, John, you know me. Huh, using my full name, eh? If I wasn't so sure, I think you actually are a little fond of me. Because you can't control me, and I'm not gonna fall for any of your BS. You two keep talking. Me and him he's gonna do his thing. Wait, you can't hear that. But you stopped the choice train once before. But never have you been interrupted by someone else. I thought you were gonna have a chill moment. I have no clue what you're talking about. I can't believe I was ever this pathetic. You weren't. You weren't this pathetic. You were actually a nice motherfucker to be around. You didn't always have the best intentions for everybody. But you were good. You were good. Dirk, you had nothing to do all day every day but to get swole, mind and body. And this is how you spend your time, looking wistfully out in the sky? Keep talking to yourself, buddy. Because you know you're a little jealous that you could have taken this path. You could have been better. You could have let the narrative die and just let things be. But you didn't. And here we are. You got me. You got my creations. We're just perpetually in this together, I believe. So, yeah. No wonder why you're feeling this friend-sent weak shit overture. Weak shit overtures. Oh God, what? Mother.
Don't call him a simp. Just because the old you used to embrace something, I think the you now has forgotten a long time ago, Dirk, and we both know it. You have so many of the other yous talking your little fucking brain, you can't even think straight. You have the alpha Dirk screaming in your ear 1 minute. You got the autoresponder screaming in your ear. You got fucking probably Lord English with the little cow just screaming in your ear the next minute. What is even your real thoughts? You ever thought of that? I don't need to keep talking. You don't, but here we are. At an impasse, if you were. And I suggest you calm down. Just get how are you even wielding that? Don't you not have that? Like I said, since everything is converging, I'm able to get some of what I used to have when I was you. What do you mean? I can't really tell you that, but I did make no mistake about that. But there's something about me you don't know, and I'd rather keep it to myself.
Dirk really doesn't hear that. It sounded like him, just older than me. No, dude, are you okay? Fine, your brain needs to assume a corporeal form in order to process this. Let's do it.
Well, how you doing, dick face? Oh, I thought you were gonna be nice. I thought you were gonna win me over with kindness. You know, isn't your whole shtick looking into the kindness of others? You know, it'd be fun if you actually had something kind about you. But you're miserable, and I can see that. I may not fully be what I used to be, but I can still smell your despair. But, boss, how do you know about the smelling of despair? It's not important. Guys, focus on this. Okay, F read. Well, he'll read. Feast your eyes. Holy shit. Subject. Can I get a minute to talk? I'll get a minute. I'll get to you in a minute. But I have to deal with this little meddler first. He turns to you, and you reflexively step back. Your eyes flicker to your Dirk, who's staring with mouth slack at his older self. I'll let you piss around for far too long. To be fair to myself, which is important, I had a lot on my plate, creating a whole species from scratch. Oh, you mean those little abominations you made when you basically jury-rigged your freaking daughter to be a robot? forsaking everything she knew because you needed someone so you wouldn't be alone? Am I hitting a nerve, Dirk? Ugh. Stop talking. Oh, I can keep this up all day, man. Because I'm getting my mojo back. And you know what? I can do this again. How? Boss, are you Chaos Lord? I can't really tell you. And that's something you need to know. I mean, now, yeah, still human, sorta. But I don't want to talk about it.
You don't need to know the truth of what I am. That would break you. More so than any freaking narrative contrivance I could ever force up just to get you to do things. Are you done talking to your little creations and not telling them what you truly are in relation to crime and what it really is to you? Motherfucker, we're having a private moment. How about you do your thing and we'll do ours? Seems to be the thing you've been doing the most of. I hate your fucking voice. I hate everything about it. Because I could have been like you. I hate that one. To be. Let's go on to figure out. Yeah, you fuck up die for real. But you keep coming back. It's getting out of hand. So this is the plan. Let my man Dirk do his thing. You fuck off and let people live their arts. And that means you too. Like you can actually force me away. I was dreaming. At least I know. You. The moment you saw your actual existence, you ran. You ran. A little bit like a certain somebody, like someone my girlfriend knows. You ran. Because you couldn't handle it. You couldn't handle yourself. You couldn't handle what you could. You couldn't handle any of it. We both know it to be true. I'll clean up your mess. Then I'll get back to being God while this timeline continues on as it's supposed to. Are we good? Jesus, alternate timelines, multiple selves. That isn't particularly new to you, you'd think. And hey, I know you guys are kind of having a moment, but we still gotta keep this going. What the fuck? Area? What the? How do you? Like you said, you're getting your powers back, and some of it's bleeding into me. What the? That's weird.
Dude, this whole freaking special is a fever dream right now. Yeah, but at the same time, boys, I'm dealing with something. You're dealing with something, and now we got a third. We got third. Who I'm doing the voice for, because really, it is what it is. No, we're not good. We're in the middle of something. A cigarette of friendship to be fucked up with by no one but yourself. You don't need to know what kind of stuff the future holds, because that isn't your purview. He's the one interrupting that. Oh God, I can't work like this. You have to understand what we're working with here.
He flicks you on the upside of your temple. Oh, Dirk, I didn't know you were trying to be like Biff Tannen. Yeah, you probably don't even know that reference, do you? And you and your constant references, doesn't that get tired? Well, to my family, yes, it does. But to me, it's a part of who I am. I accept myself. I actually even accept my own existence. More so than you will ever do. I'm content. More than you could ever possibly know. And even after this, when you scuttle off back to your little timeline that you were purposely ruining, I'll still be there, watching you. Seeing you screw up. You feel like your brain got strapped to the nose of a rocket ship about to lift off. MSBA reader, remember. You see a young man standing in his bedroom. Wait, you know him. And we're seeing all the events of the comic. All the when it's done, you collapse to the floor. Oh fuck, you remember. Homestuck. It's also fresh. So many of your friends are dead, some more than once. Shit, Dirk! You open your eyes, standing before you, your shoulders. Good, you're alive. You were starting to freak me out. Almost as shredded as deranged me over there is freaking me out. Let's take all of this one step at a time. You're up to the cryptic. Wait, what just happened? The future me was being cryptic while you were calmed out. Patience is a virtue, Dirk. I just had to get our time traveling buddy informed first, so they can make the right call. Shit. Okay, you know where to begin. Look at Dirk's face. Not even trying to hide his concern for you anymore. Holy shit, you care. And holy shit, you care about him. That makes two of us. You cared about him before. You knew every tiny fucked up detail about his life. And now with the reminder of where his story leads. Leaning smugly against the railing. You find you still do. He is intense, pushy, and profoundly complicated, and right now he's helping you to your feet. His hand is steady and firm on your back. You find yourself balanced. You find your balance, sorry. You look back and forth between the two of them. You try to organize your thoughts as Dirk waits for you to respond. It isn't simple as an evil Dirk and a good one. You learned during your travels, everyone has the capacity to hurt from the inside of them. And everybody has the capacity for love. It's just a matter of a portion of choice and circumstance of time. And if you're being fair, the interpretations too. You want to grab Dirk and run to save him from the trajectory he's on, but then you claim to have a level. If you claim to have a level of control, are you really even better than Alden Dirk himself? Who the fuck are you to make that choice for other people? Because unlike him, because unlike him, we don't really have an agenda. We never did. Sure. Hello, cathartic perfect. Okay. And just to be clear, these guys are talking now. And just
And seriously, I know we've been silent, but our boss had a lot more secrets than he's ever told us before. So it's a lot for us to take in. But yeah, it was cathartic for us to freaking save Friska from being that spider's fucking meal ticket. Me helping everything again too. But we know that we're not you. And our creator damn sure isn't you. Because at least when he put us through our trials, he made us stronger. And it took us a while to understand that, but now we do. I am so proud of you, City. And that's what. Why does it always come back to you making fucking choices? Go ahead, answer him. I'll correct you if you get anything wrong, don't worry. Oh, you bet you fucking will. You say, no doubts there. You pause and have an eternal debate, deep breath, explaining your friends the Mega Dirk combo of all Dirk's splinters fragmenting into his flesh container, holding on to his shit body nearly as he likes to pretend. Alderman Dirk Tisk, you wish. Well, he is right. You are a combination of all the other Dirks who basically died. So, basically, they all didn't want to die, but some of them want to be fuckheads. You know, it's always been hard for me to really discern what's really you now, Dirk. You have to keep this going, because so I can keep talking, or to let the guys play through. Yeah, I remember the Ultimate used to say that to me all the time. Boss. Wait, are you? Like I said, you're suspicious. But I'm you, but not quite. I was once, but I'm more human, and that's okay. I need you to basically live on where I could not. Like what you did for TV. But that's neither here nor there. I'm actually fine with my life and what I have here. Even with everything that's happening here? Yes. Intent, I have no regrets. I do miss someone very important to me. I don't think that's ever really gonna go away. But you two, everything I was, and then some. Show them. After this is over and after we're done with this dickhead over here, show the cue ball dickhead and that green Hulk motherfucker I was wrong when I created you guys. You wish. You ignore him, and that was actually thrown at me too. Continue to explain to Ultimate Dirk. He has done lots of heinous shit to people and he used to care about people that Dirk cares about. He brainwashed you with memories you used, among other things. Everything that you'll ever have in the Dirk and his friends is in the future.
in order to convince you that everything, in order to convince you to keep everything on the path. Dirk wants the same thing. Just finished arguing, and we have been going up my head. You wanted, you about wanted a future where they play a game. Dirk is still staring at all of them. Dirk. You keep going, telling him it might be far-fetched from his vantage point, but it's the path. But this is the path he goes down. Dirk finally speaks. I mean, I can see it. I mean, if anyone was gonna pull an IU but stronger, it would be me. All me combined. Exactly. Should we be on the same page? A viz. I don't know what that means. All you need to do is with this flat fuck and this person who loves the right but chose the other route and not waiting for who he really was. I had no choice, Dirk. I had no choice but to leave. Unlike you, I had people in this life, I had people I'm willing to fucking die for. Can you even say the same about yourself? Oh, that's right, you're scared to die. And you're not. Oh, I am. But if my time comes, Dirk, I'll take whatever fucking bullet or whatever I have to take with a goddamn smile on my face as I fucking take the person who probably does off me down with me like I used to do. With a goddamn pleased smile on my face. Content in what I just did. You? Don't even see that happening. Went back wherever they came from, and the rest of us can go back to our regularly scheduled program. God, you can't even look at this guy. You think you look at him, he's so smug, trapped so far down the path he planned for himself, he can't even seem to entertain the idea that he could be wrong without it tearing him apart. The more you look at him, the more you can't stand to look at him. The Prince of Heart my ass. Bastard. Destroying everything. Everything you worked to make. Fuck. Forgetting all this stuff you were worried about before. How dare you convince yourself to be... How dare you convince yourself that he could be right? That your allegiance is not to the story, but the people within it, no matter what. Do you have a plan of how to protect your friends without the tenets of canon? No. Do you even give a single shitting fuck? Also no. He could end you immediately, but you feel freed by a number of times you died. You do not fear him. He's not your concern. You turn to Dirk. You're sorry to say, but fuck this guy. Don't listen to him. Everything you just remembered. Which one is the amphitheater? Which one is our boss? I don't know. But it's actually being pretty interesting. All the stuff using to prove his point only makes you even more sure that what you said before, that Dirk can't still still be happy without all that. He doesn't have to play the game to beat it. Wow, listen to them. Trying to boss you around like that, Dirk. I'll tell you what you don't do. You don't think for a second I'm too far gone to remember what you it's what like you used like to be. Don't pretend like you haven't wanted to know that. I know every part of yourself until you know it's all the feels. It's all. I know it all. Feel it all. Don't be afraid of becoming who you need to become. The end always justifies the means. Look at you, motherfucker! Don't you sound just like that. You just sound like that little fucking drip cowboy. And even worse, you sound like Doc Scratch. Ain't that something? That's the Prince of Hearts turning into the one thing you all tried to fight. You do know Dirk a little bit more than you say. It's not important, and even after this special, I'm not gonna remember everything I just said here. It's not even that important. I'm going to wipe my mind and just pretend that I wrote this all out while you guys did the thing. I'm gonna pretend like I just acted everything out, and that's how my memory's gonna go after this. It doesn't matter. None of it does. What matters is that you guys do what I could not. And that's what I mean. We know this. Fuck that. You're sorry to yell, but you never yell this much, but fuck that. This bitch can't bear the thought of a timeline existing without his influence, or even his worldview. That everything has to be painful to the matter. Painful enough. He doesn't have... Okay. Let me just make sure we're on point, guys. I don't want this to go too far. But I should cut the feed for a minute. We'll be right back, folks. And yeah, well, again, you guys already know. Be back in a few shakes.